Hi, I haven't been on the internet in a minute. I feel like maybe a month. Maybe it's been a month. It could be a little bit less than that. But so a lot has transpired in that month. Like I did a little tour of the Southeast, which was amazing and just made me feel like a person again. And I played the Gatlinburg Songwriters Festival, and I met this really amazing singer-songwriter, Kenny Foster, who had this quote on his website that said, "Hey Chris, hey, long time no see." And on his website, he has this quote about how he went to Nashville and he met all these amazing artists, and it made him feel like, oh my gosh, I have some work to do. And I think a lot of us in that situation, like, we get kind of depressed and we're like, I should just quit. But his advice was, no, just go home and get better. So I had this amazing time on the tour, and I met all these songwriters, and I was like, you know what? I need to go home and get better. And so my friends can attest to this. I have been MIA because I've just become so obsessed with writing. I guess this is my therapy session, y'all. I started saying y'all. So yeah, I've just been writing a lot of songs, and it's gotten my gears turning, thinking about when I might record such songs and which of the songs I might record and how to proceed. So I'm going to workshop some new tunes here, and if anybody is joining and has a request, I would be happy to play it if I know it. I feel like that logo is like right in my face, and I don't want it there anymore. I'm assuming if you're here, you know who I am. You don't need to know where my website is. I'm just going to noodle around with some songs, and if you hear a new one that you like, you can give me a little thumbs up or something in the comments. You don't necessarily have to give me negative feedback. When artists ask you for feedback, I can almost like 95% guarantee you they don't want your negative feedback. But this is a song that I'm going to be staring at the lyrics for all of this, by the way. This is just a song about feeling like perhaps you don't fit in with your genetic family. I think we can all have moments like that where we just feel like the sore thumb. That's been my whole life. It's called Stand in Stone. If blood is thicker than water, won't you find me a brother, a martyr, a home? No one could be farther from their own genes than me, a standing stone. I'm blemished, not perfect. I tend to pull the curtains all the way down till the light is gone. You don't wanna be an enemy, but you're just a memory all the way back to when I was born. You give what you give, and that's all that you can give. I know it, blood is thicker than water. But you find me a brother, a martyr, a home. Hey, no one could be farther from their own genes than me, a standing stone. You pulled it, this treason. Now you give me the reasons I should forgive and forget. You pull me down. It still hurts, the worst you gave me, like I glad to see some familiar faces this evening. I don't know how long when I was better about my schedule of these Monday night live streams, I was doing like an hour and a half, but I think tonight I might just focus on any requests y'all might have, and then just trying the new tunes out. So, I haven't talked about this song with anybody yet. This is brandy new. So I can remember I grew up in this fairly right-wing church, and I just remember spending so much time feeling like I was a bad apple and comparing myself to other folks in that church, not necessarily because of anything anybody said at first, but then, I played the guitar in the church band, and at the same time, I also performed in bars, because my takeaway from church was to be a light in the dark place. Like, teenage me was like, okay, I can sing in bars. That's what I do. And, gosh, I remember people in that church coming up to me like I was the worst sinner, because I played my guitar in a bar as well as church. And it just always made me feel like I was less than in that church. I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm so dirty. Like, what's wrong with me? And I think, people are talking about this more and more now, but I think a lot of folks had this vision of like what Jesus was and what church was and what good was. And in my mind, they kind of like locked it up like this precious thing. And if you didn't fit into that, you were not, you weren't living up to what God expected of you. And as I'm getting older, I'm starting to believe that that's hooey. I just think that if there is a God, then he loves all of us. And I think, so anyway, this is what I was thinking about with this song. And this one might be a little long. I'll try and play it faster so it's not too long. This is called Overboard. Sitting in the back row of my home church, I always wished I was one of those girls who raised her hands and praised the Lord. Thank you, Kenny. So I wouldn't fall overboard. I always felt like I was such a sinner, even though I was never late for dinner. I'd raise my hands and praise the Lord. What am I so broken for? Looking for flaws where there aren't any, waiting for a heart to change. Yeah. They always said they'd only like a nice girl. What did I have to do to prove that I could be the right girl? I raise my hands and praise the Lord. But who am I putting on a show for? It always seems so very curious, asking lots of questions could make him furious. I raise my hand and ask to know, a sinner, let it go from looking for flaws where there aren't any. What's an answer gonna change? Yeah. Still stands. Lock him up like a curio. I still wanna know how you curry favor. And where's my Savior? I always wished I was one of those girls who raise her hands and praise the Lord. and Jessica and Sophia. Oh, I'm so happy to hear from you. Do I have a link to what? I can show you this. That's where I keep all my stuff. Oh, Kenny, absolutely count me in. I would love, love, love to do that interview. So I'll PM you on here and we'll set that up. Thank you so much, Lucy. And Jessica and Sophia, that my website has links to all my pages on it, and my new album and merch stuff that I have, and YouTube channels and all that jazz. But I'm just so happy to see your names pop up. All right. Take that one down. Okay, so I'm gonna try one. This song is the least new, perhaps, of all of these. I debuted it on my tour, and if you weren't watching earlier, just mention I just had the most amazing experience. We went, did a little Southeast tour. I played New Jersey and Pennsylvania and North Carolina and South Carolina, and then ended in Dollywood at the Gatlinburg Songwriters Festival. And we did all of this with a 2-year-old in an electric car, small miracles. But I tried this song out because, we'll see if I remember the words now. But it's one, oh yeah. Yes, Jessica, I can do that. That is I'll leave it up for a song. But this is a song that I think this is something we all struggle with, and that is boundaries with people, and being okay, if someone doesn't treat you properly, being okay saying, you know what, you don't add value to my life. I spent so many years hanging on to things and relationships and emotions that served no purpose other than to make me feel bad. And so I just want to encourage you, not that I'm a motivational speaker or anything, but if things make you feel bad, you don't need that crap. So anyway, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and try this without my lyric book. This was actually inspired a bit by a friend of mine, Will Huggins, who passed away last year, but he loved music. And I went to his celebration of life, and at the time I was feeling a little bit blah about writing. But he just loved life, and he loved music, and I walked away from that memorial and came right home and wrote this song. Have you ever felt magic? Have you ever been alive? I see it every morning. I feel it every night. Have you ever been low down, pulled up by the scruff? Ever got to feeling enough is enough? Oh, hail to the lessons we learn, the lessons we learn, the lessons we learn. Hail to the bridges we burn, and the road no longer serves. Have you ever had a firefight with the sun as she sets? Have you ever got to thinking this is as good as it gets? It's a lesson you should know. You can't cover your tracks, son, when you're walking in the snow. Oh, hail to the lessons we learn. Sometimes holding on can hold you down. Sing a song till the beat drops out. All of the oceans and all of the world can wash away the weight on the girl. Hail to the lessons we learn, the lessons we learn. So yes, I am familiar with MVY, and the best way to do that would be to have listeners like you reach out to Jess and MVY and request my music. That's the best way. My newest album is a country record, and so I did a country radio promotion, and MVY does not fall into the country pocket. But honestly, everybody watching, if you like my music or just want to support, call your local radio stations and request the music. They all can access my songs on their digital. There's a digital platform where we submit that. Thank you, Judy. It's nice to see your name. So I'm going to try. This song might be a little bit darker, maybe just a tiny little bit, but it's meant to be uplifting. I learned today. I'm going to talk to you while I rifle through my notebook looking for the lyrics. Which was, I loved this notebook because it says, make it happen. It inspired me. I learned today that September is sobriety month, I think. And there are just so many things in this world to which we can become dependent. And it can be really hard to love someone who struggles. Really, really hard. And I'm sure all of us have loved people who struggle with various recovery month. It's recovery month. Thank you, Judy. Who struggle with various addictions. I loved people with a variety, and it's never easy, and it's really hard. It's really hard as that outside person to watch someone suffering and struggling and not knowing what to do and how you can help, when to you it looks so easy. To you it's like, oh, well, just don't pick up the bottle, don't drink the bottle. But it's so much more than that. And the past year and a half or so has been particularly hard because someone very, very close to me has struggled with an eating disorder. And I asked them for permission to talk about it because I just think there's so much stigma around addictions and mental illness, and there needn't be. It's just health issues. And also, you know, I wrote this for me trying to understand this person too, because it's just I just struggled to wrap my brain around it. But what I wanted this person to know, and anybody who's struggling with any of these things, is that you absolutely can get sober. And you are worth the effort and the fight it takes to get sober. It's like that other song I played, you know, if something doesn't really serve you in a positive way, let's get rid of it. So anyway, this song was one I wasn't sure about because I always try to, my dad always told me, gotta do toe tappers, do uplifting songs. But I think this subject is just so close to my heart right now, and I played this a couple months ago on a live stream, and someone reached out and said it had meant a whole lot to them, so I will give it a whirl. Hi, Ryan. Oh, it's lovely to see your name. Right in time for my depressing song, Ryan. So if you're just tuning in, I am workshopping brand new songs here tonight because the end of this month I'm going back into the studio to record a single, and I'm trying to decide which one to do. Walking ghost, you lay down slow, too gone to know your bones, they glow. Everybody knows that you're not ready. I'll hold your hand, baby, slow and steady. One small step and it's all over. I hope you know that you can get sober. Silent sleep, your dreams skin deep, bleeding love, too cold to touch. your hand, baby, slow and steady. One small step and it's all over. I hope you know that you can get sober. Brian McCloskey, hello. And Ken, oh my goodness. My friend Ken we met via this live stream over the past year, and he's been in other parts of the country every time, but you are so close to me right now. Well, I think that Lawrence is maybe couple hours from where I am, but this makes it even cooler that we're on the internet, but we're closer. I feel it. Our friend Shanna in Address has been on a tour of the United States via bicycle. She's amazing. And hey, speaking of amazing, I want to show you this new t-shirt. It's Boys to Men, and I'm a nerd. I don't know if any of you've read any of the reviews for my new album, but one of them I was just talking, they asked about influences, and I think oftentimes these press outlets want you to give them really like highfalutin responses so that you sound fancy and smart. But my answer to my influences was Boys to Men and 80s pop. Okay, this song, yes, Boys to Men's amazing. Oh my gosh, my favorite, Jessica, I would love to know your favorite Boys to Men song. My favorite Boys to Men song is hands down Water Runs Dry. I remember the summer before 5th grade, I said to my mom, now prior to this, my grandmother was always my babysitter. And I remember saying to my mom, I really want a cool teenage babysitter. And so the first teenager we found, I went over to her house, and she was listening to Boys to Men, Water Runs Dry. And so that's what I decided cool people music was. Man, it seared into my brain. I remember exactly where her house was, too. Ken, I would love to meet you in person. That would be so cool. So cool. All right, I'm going to play y'all a song which may be terrible. This might be the worst song I've ever written. Bear with me, because I'll do a better one after. How's that for a sales pitch? I'll do this thing. So, oftentimes, I don't know if any of you are writers, but oftentimes I just can feel when I have a song in me. And for a long time, I would only approach writing when I felt that. But the past year, and Laura McKenna gave me the gift of saying, hey, you know what? If you're going to call yourself a writer, then you just write. So I had gotten a prompt from my songwriting group, which was breakfast foods. And I was like, how in the heck am I going to write a song about breakfast foods? My peanut butter and banana sandwich is not very musical. So anyway, I grabbed my guitar, and my intention, because I wasn't feeling it in the moment, and my intention was just like to noodle around with some stuff and then maybe try to write something. But this is the first thing I played that day. We'll see. This was 2 days ago. I've been sitting here on the couch, looking out the window, thinking I should move. Lately everything seems to blend. The morning bends to the afternoon. Don't need to open your eyes anymore. It's the same old thing. I've been walking around barefoot, wearing circles in the stone while I motivate. Sherry down the streets working out, and she's always dressed with class, so easy to hate. Don't need to open your eyes anymore. It's the same routine. And I need a little gas to drive. I need a little more to feel alive. I motivation and zest for life make the rest of us feel like shit. Don't need to open your eyes, you can always hear them sing. But I need a little gas to drive, and I need a little more to feel alive. I'm still living in the in-between. Oh, I need a little more caffeine. Now come to think of it, I only feel like this 'cause I'm in it. Oh, I need a little gas to drive, and I need a little more to feel alive. 'Cause I'm still living in the in-between, and I need a little more caffeine. It's so dorky, I know, but it's fun. Because it's true. I wake up in the morning and I have morning coffee, otherwise known as coffee 1. And then I go about my day, and then around 2 o'clock I start thinking about coffee 2. And I'm at this point where, like, the Starbucks baristas might seriously recognize I have a problem. And I always think to myself, don't go to Starbucks because you don't need to add to pollution with the plastic cups and yada, yada, yada. But it's just so delicious. It's just so delicious. How do you not have coffee number 2 when there's a new Starbucks and it's a drive-thru and it's right near your house? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening to me vent. I think I'm going to try this one more tune, and then we'll see where we're at. There's going to be a page flip in it. I'm just warning you ahead of time. Also, I had this moment the other day where I realized that, like, I've become so obsessed with songwriting lately that I'm really dull. Like, my whole life is just the people who live with me and writing songs. I'm so dull. Well, except that I went to see Shang-Chi. And let me just tell you that if you haven't seen it yet, you've done yourself a disservice, unless you're uncomfortable going out to crowded movie theaters, which I understand, and maybe... but I think they're going to be streaming it on Disney+. It was just so good. And it's so sad that it's taken this long to have a movie that doesn't have all Caucasian actors as the stars. Anyway, I digress. New song. So I've written about this particular subject before. On my first record, there's a song called Big Man. But the idea here is just, I spent a large chunk of my life, namely my 20s, needing other people to validate me, especially stupid boys. Like, why I just always felt like I needed a man to validate me. It's such malarkey, and I'm so sad that I wasted so much time feeling that way. But I'm glad I'm here now and don't feel that way. So this song is kind of a blend of a rascal. We've all dated rascals, men and women. But the idea that they don't have to determine how well you do, like they can't break you. So anyway, giving this a whirl. Oh, Adam, I'm so happy to say your name too. This makes me so happy seeing all these names and little faces pop up. So this song, sweaty audience, Adam says. That's okay. Keep it real, man. You hear the words, and you hear the eyes. I had that emptiness burning away all of my pride. And that's when you make me believe. Hands dripping with honey, but it didn't taste sweet. I felt the sting of regret every time that you touched me. And I think you knew it, but you knew I was weak. I was your pride, and boy, I bet that I was your peak. Hey, Cindy. And when you kissed her, if only she'd known I was no lipstick stain. You had to explain. I'd already washed off your cologne. Bad, bad men can't ruin good women. We might let them in so they can pretend they're all we need. It's high time men who knew how to touch you, make themselves known before we're all grown and don't have the need. Make me believe. You know that you did it all wrong, boy, 'cause you lost me. I know when you turn the lights on each day, it's exhausting. You can cruise all around this town with that sweet face. I've already made sure they all know you're a disgrace to bad, bad men who can't ruin good women. We might let them in so they can pretend they're all you need. It's high time men who knew how to touch you, make themselves known before we're all grown and don't have the need. Make me believe. I wrote that song and another one, and I recorded them, and then I looked at the times. I was like, oh shoot! I wrote songs that are longer than 5 minutes, and then I had to go double check that there are in fact other songwriters who've written songs that are that long. Anyway, that was that one, and I intend to just keep on keeping on live streaming on Monday nights, and I would love to have you join me. And you can shoot over song requests. You can PM them, or you can comment on other posts, and I will see those comments. And yeah, and in case you didn't know, my new album came out August 20th. You can purchase it in iTunes or any of those places. You can stream it everywhere that you stream your music. And the first music video's on YouTube. It's also featured on my website if you go there. I'm really, really proud of that video. The director is amazing, and I don't know if you're familiar with Passenger, but he did a lot of work for Passenger and Jason Mraz and me. And so yeah, if you like the music, you can request it on your local country radio station. We're really working hard on that, trying to get a little bit of traction. It was number 5 on the Roots Music Report country charts for Massachusetts, and I think nationally it was at 39. I'll take it. Nationally, 39. I'll take it. Thank you, Keith. So So yeah, request, and you can request my songs on any radio station that you listen to, and then if they don't have it already, they'll just have to get the music. So anywho, I digress. This is just a fun one. It's from the new record, and a lyric video for this one is forthcoming. What the hell was I thinking of when I let you turn the key? My tongue is tight, my breath is short. I didn't let you get the best of me. I heard the tires rumble, I felt the earth shake. I knew my hands trembled. Maybe my biggest mistake is wanting to find a life not needing anyone else to be. So I'm free. It's just me, and I'm free. What the hell was that thinking of when I didn't call you back? I came up short with the words to say. What an embarrassment. I heard the bells ringing, I started to sweat. I almost picked it up. Maybe my biggest regret is wanting to find a life not needing anyone else to be. So I'm free. It's just me, and I'm free. Feel my heart beating, God, I can't relax. Sometimes love is fleeting, sometimes it comes back. I'm wanting to find a life spent loving somebody else, but it's me, and I'm free. It's just me, and I'm free. Hey all, thank you. I don't know why I'm yawling. I never yawled before in my life, and then I went on a 10-day tour of the Southeast and came home and started saying y'all. I just absorb accents, I guess. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I put in the description various links, so if you like my music, you can become a patron. I think the lowest tier for $3 a month. You just get brand new songs from me every week and little descriptions of them. And actually, it's my patrons who are going to be playing a really big part in choosing the next single I release and helping me put that album together. So, yes, Adam, I feel like y'all is required to a certain extent when singing country, and also overemphasizing one's R's, like I generally do not here in Massachusetts. Which leads me, so I realized when I was on this tour, people kept saying to me, hey, you don't have a Massachusetts accent. And then I thought, yeah, that's because I intentionally got rid of it at some point in my 20s. And then I thought, you know what? I shouldn't be ashamed of my heritage. Let me get my Massachusetts accent back. And guys, that's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. Every time I try to get my Massachusetts accent back, it starts to sound like I belong in the Sopranos. Maybe one of these days I'll come on here. I'll come on here. I'll come on here again. And you'll be like, hey, you've got a Massachusetts accent now. Anyway, I digress. In the description, pretty sure I put a link to my Patreon and also my Bandcamp. I updated that, and it's got some cool merch on there, like custom lip gloss that my friend made for me that you can buy, and it's got my little logo on it and all that jazz. But, you know, I don't want this to feel like a sales pitch. I'm just enjoying hanging out with you on Monday nights again. So I will see you next Monday. PM me or comment if you have any song requests. And I really look forward. Dorothy, do I mean a Boston accent? I think, now, somebody can help me out with this. So I grew up on Cape Cod, and my grandfather did. My grandfather did too. But there's a very distinct like fisherman Cape Cod accent, which might be a little bit stronger than Boston. For example, and I don't know that I can do this, but my grandfather and and hey, oh yay, Parkwood, and my mom, like when they would say words like quarter, like a quarter, like the coin, it's quada, quada, but I don't know the answer to that. Is there a different Boston accent as opposed to like generalized Massachusetts, Cape Cod? I don't know. I'm just blabbing on because I'm just excited to have other people with whom I can have a discourse here. So I'll have to investigate that, Dorothy, and see. I'll have to see if I have an answer to that. Oh, I'm so glad that you like the CD. Thank you. And Judy, thank you so much for hanging out tonight too. It is Recovery Month. September is Recovery Month. Is that correct? Recovery Month, and it's just so important, I think, to celebrate that, right? Because recovery is not easy. So if you have friends posting and telling you that they're X amount of months, days, years, hours sober, I think that ought to be celebrated because it's real hard. I absolutely will say hello to my mom for you. And I'll see y'all again next Monday night. Bye.